Hi guys, ladies and gentlemen of the press, as Tito would say. We don't come. I don't know. What's going on? Welcome to the.
Church Family Podcast.
There you go. There you go. That's your queen. That's your gal. What do you do?
How was your day been, my brother?
Hello. Don't do that. She knows what she's put me through today.
What have I put you through? Guys, let me tell you something.
I've really been through a lot. I've been through a lot. Guys, you don't even know the end of it. It's just been a lot. A lot, guys. But yeah, my day was alright. It was good. It was a good day. It was a good day. It was a day of healing. It was a day of healing. Conversations.
Okay, you are a healing professional anyway, so yeah.
Even though.
Because I'm trying to understand how
you know, I think the way it works, I mean, my relationship with the Holy Spirit is, I know there's an issue, and I probably will keep quiet about it because I'm trying to process my emotions about the thing, right? So when the emotions have, I cannot have like a conversation about it. So I had one of those conversations today.
With the Holy Spirit.
Yeah, and I was just driving. I was, driving in the morning,
I have
and
my
just
best conversations when I'm driving.
I was like, I'm upset. And that's how it started.
You say I'm upset.
I'm upset.
I love relationship. What? I love it.
I'm upset.
I love conversations.
And I know it's not because you didn't mean well.
But yeah, it's painful.
I don't like that. I feel like you misunderstood me.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So just venting.
Yeah.
And you just collect your
There's something called
your love.
therapy. And ideology of philosophy. I forgot this is a phenomenon. AND. It means so you can understand and still be hurt.
Yeah.
Not but.
Yeah.
Because if you say but, that means you cancel the understanding part. I mean, I understand you, but that means you don't understand me. You're just hurt.
Because at the end of the day,
I can understand.
Yeah, and still, So I mean, after the conversation, there was that piece, but of course there were the remnants of like just feeling disappointed or hurt, and it was fine.
I don't even think they're remnants for me. They are co-brethren. They are together with the faith and the trust.
Wow.
So for me, today was bounce back-ish, because I mean it was just a lot for me. Friday I had a very bad tummy bug. Saturday I couldn't vote, and then
there you go, sounding posh, tummy bug.
And then
hello.
You're distracting me with your phone.
Even though.
Turn off your phone.
Even though. I submit. I surrender.
So you have drama. So
I don't know what you're talking
Saturday
about.
we were home. I was
okay.
We're home. I didn't go anywhere.
You should share that.
Next thing I just heard, my husband so someone made me a surprise breakfast. I was not still, my husband, sausage, baked beans, toast bread, sunny side up. I'm like, I married the best. I was about to. Literally, I was about to take the bread. I just stay here.
I feel
the way I ran. As far because I was in the room, I was so for me. I wanted to record. What is record? I may not see what.
Amen.
Because
amen to that.
Look.
For context, she's talking about the elections and how there was violence around this area.
It was gubernatorial elections. Gubernatorial.
Yeah.
I ran. My husband was coming from the kitchen, so he had heard that too. Just said, baby, lie down, get down, flat. In my own house, we laid down. Then it stopped for a bit. Then we started hearing noise, as in noise. Then bottles, as in like a lot of like.
Are you serious?
Like a lot of bottles. So I came out. I was at the balcony.
Hot bed. APC.
I was at the balcony, and other people had come out. In fact, the first time I was seeing some of my neighbors I'd never seen before. We're still talking. That's how my landlady's son came out. So everybody go inside. That's what I posted on Instagram. Stray bullets, go inside. Because we legit, at some point, we could hear bullets dropping. So I think because of all of that, I didn't plan for Mother's Day or Mothering Sunday. So initially, I was okay, See, as he hit me, I was at Oriental Hotel. I was recording. It just came. Boom! I need that good. I've been what it gets me.
So the wave just
Oh,
see
it's a
yo.
lot. And I did a video. I posted it on Instagram. It just always makes me laugh because a couple of my close friends saw those and they just kept tapping. Like, y'all are really trying, oh, like, couldn't be me because I'm going to enter that your DM. Sha. I'm going to drop you heart, sending you love, sending you.
Mm,
Anyway,
I've been drinking more
Baba.
alcohol. All the she be cool
No, I
said it
was I
as
was feeling
you did it
so.
as a challenge, didn't you?
I wasn't feeling low. I don't know how to explain it. So that was the hand therapy. Like I understand you're doing. I know. So when people are like, "So your baby's coming," I'm like, there's
Yeah.
no doubt in my heart. It's just hard,
Yeah.
right? It's just hard. But I'm happy that it's been much lighter. Oh. So I didn't cry. I didn't shed a tear. Hey, I was telling one of my close friends, Kelechi, today. Like, I don't know who I'm forming for, Kelechi. I am not crying. He said, why don't you just accept that you've moved past the stage of crying? I say, eh? Hey,
Is she possible?
my dear. He shocked me. Me, I would have been a wreck. I came in like a wreck. I will be a wreck.
A little
No,
Tito Cyrus.
no, but seriously, I've seen myself. I've been
Yeah.
scared of myself. Those day I was crying. I was crying so bad, and I was afraid that don't go into this hole. I was scared. I cried all day. When people are saying you cry all day, you cry all day. I'm always like, maybe for the most part, all day. Someone was not. He went to the office that day. I cried all day. Like when I was tired, tears were coming down my face. I wasn't. But I was. I say, hey God, this thing is scary. Oh, this thing is scary. It was 4 days after my birthday, my 30th birthday. Because one of the major things for me to let go last year was the fact that I held out hope that I was going to have my babies before I was 30. And I was 30 last year. So, HS and I. So you still have to work on it. But at least for the most part, it was a major,
Mm,
it was a major stronghold.
mm.
It was a major block. I was not listening to anything HS had to say. Is there a way you can move me back to 25? No. We're having issues. HS, you and I were in a state of Higiaga.
Oh my gosh.
Both of us are not talking. We don't have any conversation. And you still be giving me assignments. So the thing is, HS and I, the way we operate, he doesn't like when I compartmentalize. He doesn't like it. So it's whole, right?
Mm.
So when I start to do that, when I start to put things in compartments, he begins to prod. So I was doing the work, IG administration, all of that. But he and I, we couldn't talk about that topic. I was not letting him.
Yeah, that's actually a similar experience for me too because
I was not letting
he
him.
doesn't.
He won't free you.
It
You
won't.
don't you
It
don't be free
won't.
me.
It won't.
So
Like
like as you're
I
waking
feel
up
like
every
his
morning.
eyes are looking like I can feel his eyes. I
Yes,
feel like it's almost like someone is watching me,
yes.
and I'm like,
As I'm
like
driving,
I see
I will
you.
now increase the volume. I don't want to hear you, HS. I don't want to hear
You know,
you.
surprisingly, that's also a thing because I don't drive. I hardly drive with music because my mind is very loud. So
That's
I
deep.
I don't drive with music. Everybody thinks it's weird. Even my wife to be thinks it's weird, but it is what it is. You're gonna get used to it if you're gonna listen to this. You get me? Or I just play like all those those calming soundtracks
Oh
on
yeah,
YouTube. I
yeah, yeah.
just leave
Those
it on.
LOFI, Lofi or
Yeah,
something. Yeah,
just leave it on.
it's too much for me because I can get really lost. So yesterday when I was driving back home, my phone had gone off. It was too much for me. So instead of that, what I did was I started praying in tongues. So it was like I was speeding. So that's the thing. I can get on that in that realm where it's HS and I. Twice I knew that HS protected the car. As far I knew. The downfall at the back was like, are you mad? I didn't even know what I drove. I had gone. So music keeps me keeps me grounded.
Keeps you grounded, right?
Because HS and I had entered one. I was just on a realm. It was so sweet. I'm like, I can't wait to go out again. It was sweet, and then there was no traffic. It's
Yeah.
Sunday evening, so it was really. But even at that, when I got home,
Yeah.
I still had to. Even at that, when I got home, I still had to. So immediately I got home, my husband knows when I need my time. So like, are you okay? I'm like, I'm okay. I just need time off. So another thing, it was really busy with work. So someone did
Okay.
not know.
Oh wow.
At some point, I could feel the anger. It was welling, and I knew it wasn't him because he was busy with work. I knew, but I could feel the. Then he now saw the message on our group because guys, we have another that was group, and he saw the message. My husband thought it was about. So
Oh.
yeah, so he just felt like you and your brother will sort it out. Hey God.
So
So
when you
that he
saw
didn't
our
respond.
responses,
It
right?
was when he saw you guys respond, and you guys didn't respond immediately.
Yeah.
He now came. Do you want ice cream? I said, please leave this room. Quiet.
You are
Can you?
very dramatic.
By the
Oh, they lay or Emilio. You cheat my
don't
brother.
do it again.
Don't
Your
do
life. I said, just. You know, you're swallowing words. It's not saliva. It's words. Babe, just I just want to recalibrate and center myself. Because right now I'm everywhere. I'm everywhere and I don't want to on you. Just let's go.
Wow.
Oh my, it was hard. But one of the things that helped me yesterday was when I shared that a lot of ladies came into my DM and they were like, first of all, Tito, the fact that you said we are not trying to conceive, we are going to conceive women. That
Yeah,
that
yeah.
that
I saw that.
first like really helped them. There was a lady that was crying in my DM. She was just like, Tito, thank you. I'm like, yeah, devil, you lost this one. Stop bringing this nonsense to me. You get because I'm just going to be delivered by the grace of God. We're gonna, you know, we're gonna, we're gonna thereby plunder your kingdom. Do you understand?
Sometimes I'm sure it's just like, why did I
He's
even
tired.
bother?
As in,
Why did I even
okay, let him
bother?
continue. So when God told me, because I said it in the recording that got missing, that when God told me to start talking about it now, and I was like, why? Why now? Like the victory is not here yet. What am I talking about? You know. Now I see why. Because yesterday was tough. It was tough shit for me. It was
Mm.
tough because it's hard though. Forget see, faith is real. So stop being fake with it. Stop being funny with it. Somebody sent me a message like, Tito, you know your baby's. I'm like, mm,
Ode.
can I walk? Let me walk this journey. Leave me.
Yeah.
Don't because people try to edit you so that they can feel comfortable. When somebody is crying, sometimes it's not that you want to really care about the reason why the person is crying. You just want the person to stop crying.
Oh, I was even gonna say that. Even I was gonna say that what you don't understand, don't diminish it. First,
Yeah,
that's one of the
it's
key
so deep.
principles in showing empathy.
But
You,
some of the ladies who reached out to me had that experience. You see,
okay,
that's
really,
why. So to them, a child is coming now. Don't worry, I've been there. That's not the answer.
and every experience
It's
is
personal.
valid and personal, right? Don't
No,
diminish
but the
it.
thing is, a lot. I'm saying this carefully, but I look at it from like our parents' generation. They denied a lot of things they felt,
Yeah,
and that's why most
and
of
that's
the
why
women.
it's like inherited. So that's why
So
I get what you're saying.
yeah,
They're not
it's not as
particularly
if
doing it spitefully. It's just what has been.
we've buried this thing.
Yes,
Tito,
yeah,
seeing you is triggering. So I have someone
yeah.
that was raped as well. I was raped, and she was really my mom. Or was she raped or she was sexually abused? Something, growing up, and it was just a lot for her. But when I started to talk about my sexual abuse experience, it was triggering her. So to her, she had gotten over it, but she didn't. She buried it.
Yeah.
So I was now, so she was fighting me. So I was angry that, why are you fighting me? First of all, you didn't even tell me you had gone through what I'd gone through until 12 years later. You didn't tell me anything. And then I'm talking about it, and you seem to have a problem with it. And HS told me, no, she's not fighting you. She's fighting herself.
Yeah.
Hey, God. You say what?
You first calm down when you hear
My
that.
Hey!
You first calm
Me
down.
will get social media, and my wife is sharp. She didn't have anything at that time. There was no social media. In fact, there was a father who didn't like her. So how could she have said anything? That was the only way. She had to bury it. And here's her daughter, who takes after her a lot. Now sharing the story. First of all, it reminds her that this thing is perpetuating itself. Then apart from that, you are triggering me. Your story is triggering me. It's triggering things I've buried. And I don't have the tools to handle this thing. So please, can you stop?
There are so many things running in my head. I saw one video today. I stumbled on it on YouTube. It was some interview, you know, and how faith calls for accountability is interesting. Like, especially with where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You have to, faith starts when you acknowledge where you are.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot manufacture a status or a state that you're not in.
Mm-hmm.
Faith will not take root there.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like the woman with the issue of blood acting like, oh, I've not really suffered. This is just something that I just need to do.
I've just gotten used to it.
I just, I'm fine. It's
just an allergy.
But until she could come to that state of desperation where you look at the thing and you're saying that, yes, I have walked through it, but my deliverance is now, right? Not that you will push it up. No. So back to the story. This lady, she was angry with her mom, that she suffered um, neglect and went through abuse, of course, and drug abuse also. But she now has her own child, and she's trying to take care of her child. But her mom is just being defiant because like her mom has failed to take responsibility for the things that happened to her, and her mom's claim is that I was not even okay. But just the simple courtesy of apologizing it was I'm sorry, that it means it was heavy.
It was heavy to say.
It was heavy to say, right? And for me, I just sat I was watching it, I was just in disbelief. I'm like, how can you not see? This girl is literally screaming and shouting.
They won't do.
And yeah, and I like that was where the whole thing ended, that you have to close this chapter and know that there is nothing this person is going to offer you.
And let me tell you, there are so many things that have happened that I know that if my mom just said, I'm sorry, a lot of things will heal. And I have a sense that HS is telling her, because she has a living relationship with the Holy Spirit. So I've been beefing HS with her, like, she claims that she talks to you and all that. Can't you? So something had happened between Samuel and I. And one of the things I'm working with the Holy Spirit with is because I was in a lot of abusive relationships. So there's a way you protect yourself in an abusive relationship. And that's abusive.
Self-preservation. Yeah.
It is abusive when you are not in an abusive relationship and you begin to use the same techniques.
Hack.
So, he hurt me, right? He did not hurt. Well, he did something I didn't like, and he hurt me. Okay. So he had apologized. One of the things I don't like is after you hurt me, it takes you a long time to understand the hurt. At the time you apologize, I'm tired. And HS said, so he had apologized and all. It took me 1 day plus to get back to normal. And during that time, HS would be giving me instructions, do this. And I will literally fight back because I was protecting my worth. And then HS said, this is exactly how your mom.
Oh.
Hey, mom, man. He said, because it's not really the fact that she can't. is that I'm working on her mind to understand that I'm enough for her. And so when she apologizes, it doesn't diminish me, but it's a journey. It's easier for you because you've known me earlier, but she's just knowing me. At what age? Hey God.
So
the thing my mom said on my 30th birthday, that was her apologizing.
Yes.
And it annoyed me.
Why?
Because she didn't say I'm sorry.
Why?
Because he felt she excused a lot. She excused her in a way. It felt like she was explaining away the action she did, but that's not why you did it, Mommy. I know, I know. But it's almost like this is best I can do. Take it.
As a way.
And
right?
I was saying to other people, that's fantastic. But you see, that is the problem with unforgiveness. It's like you've not said sorry, Mommy. Oh.
Sorry.
You've not said sorry. And HS will have me go back and play that video.
Over and over again.
Played it. I played.
So you could accept.
Did she have that? I won't question my mom.
That was something else that came up.
My mom was HS was like, did she have that? This thing that she just did.
Did anybody do it for her?
Did anybody ever do it for her? Say. Hey, but my daddy too. My dad apologized a lot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. Wait, is she your dad? First of all, hey!
First of all, yeah.
Because, and I'm very careful about it because I have my mom's.
You are a replica.
I only look like my father. Oh. I have my mom's emotional programming.
Yeah.
I have it. So I'm very careful because it looks like someone will be the one that will be telling my children sorry. And I'll be like, no, let's break this in now. And see if it is explain things away. I have A+. I can do this. It takes the Holy Spirit to say, say you're sorry. So now, like I told you about a particular lady that sent me a message that the way she greets me, and I was going to explain that. Excuse me. Excuse me. HS said, I just cancelled it. HS said, and I said it, and that was it. Funny enough, since she has said it, I've not seen her. I've not seen her.
I find
HS is so.
He's closer than.
It's in you. Do you get? Is if you activate HS on his set, if you maximize him, it go shock you. So when people are like, "How do you forgive?" I don't see.
By the way, when the thing has hit really at a point, Tito starts to speak pidgin. It's really strange.
It's true.
It's really strange, but that's what happens. That's what happened. Yeah. But so you know that you are punishing me by doing that,
no.
Okay.
No.
Somewhere. Where is it? So you know. So
no.
She's been trying to help massage my hand.
Because he drives a lot.
Screaming all this. So
both of them.
To do it.
He and my husband.
Myself and Sammy, right? And now, like, she knew it was a pain point and she praised it. So show you the kind of person she really
is. Paying you with my dad.
Oh, wow.
Do you know when you asked me? Yeah. When I asked him in the video, so he had a wound on his leg. He had plaster. I was 1 or 2. So my mom said I would go to the plaster, and I was going to call my dad is talk. Right? Just go. He pay you, Daddy. He pay. I wasn't paying you.
But that wasn't paying you. He was saying, okay.
Because I was very clingy to him. So anytime apparently, mom said my dad would not pretend as if he didn't know that I was pressing. It's paining him, but it's not how much pain can a 2-year-old inflict. So, but then I would now look up. He paying you, Daddy. He paying you.
He paying you.
So my dad would now say, "Omo, you tell me let's mole."
Don't be a question.
So I was paying you for a bit.
Oh wow.
You know, but
that was Dende though. That was a Dende. Do you know what a Dende is? If you know, comment in it. You don't know Dende.
What's Dende?
Dende.
You were a Dende. Why?
Sorry, just a lot of tears. I had a lot of emotions. I was either very, sobby cry type of child,
And then you morphed into a
I
quiet
was
teenager.
no, I
What?
morphed into an angry teenager.
Oh, an angry
Yeah,
teenager.
an angry child teenager. Then
Was it HS that helped?
or before. You don't know the things I did. World War. Myself and my brother. You don't what?
For you know, my Stan, we used to
What?
have these very bad fights.
What?
We used to have very
What?
that people will be sitting my mom down to be saying that gets involved. Mom say, what should she as per
What do you want her to do? Exactly.
at what level?
For some reason, my mom never knew the extent of
Angst.
those fights. Yeah, like she never knew. Like I would just be cursing. Right, fool! Come here, come near me. I'll kill you. Don't worry. You're talking about me. My elder brother. What
I
was
don't
that?
understand.
You don't know.
What if he beats you?
He beats me, I will bite him. You don't. He will shall collect. Even if I'm the one that collects the most.
One fight. I was so scary. And I was very slim. That's the I don't understand. I was really tiny. Do you get? I'm very slim.
Oh my
and they used to call me
God.
Marco. Now don't touch her.
Yeah.
Don't touch her. Margaret Thatcher. The thing is, my skirt was never my size. It was always bigger because I was very slim.
Oh
and then the zip was at the side. And I always wore shorts under. Once there's a fight. my hand is at the side.
Oh my gosh.
Going down. Once it's going down, my dear. And this was my slogan. You will beat because I never used to fight girls. It was guys. You will beat me, but I'll leave a mark on you. And I say it in Yoruba. Why not me, but my friend? As far I never used to pack my skirts. It was my friends. Once I just step out of the skirt.
Oh my God.
I'll just step out. Like you just the skirt is there in a circle. I can still remember because I just stepped out in flat skirt. Like that. I start from anywhere, guy. You will beat, and the thing is, sometimes when teachers see me and the guy that it's like, you know, it's Janjala.
Oh my God.
No. I don't know. I was so troubled, but I remember there was this principal, Mr. Laoyi. He used to say, I'm not. So a lot of people were, taken by my social playful. He used to say, I'm not, there's something else. And I didn't understand. It used to look like you're hiding things.
Mm-hmm.
It was correct though. I was hiding things I didn't even know that I was hiding.
Are you serious?
Pain, libido, I didn't like myself. I believed I wasn't a beautiful person.
Yeah,
actually. When you look at my pictures, like I really believe that I wasn't a fine person. So I was hiding. In fact, okay, if I'm not attractive to you, and then I was friends with a lot of guys. That's why I could fight guys and all that, because sometimes some of them just look at me like, now she just the vex for now. But I found a lot of guys. I wanna be planning Valentine for other ladies. Like nobody ever really wanted me, that kind of thing. It was like a lot though.
Now look at girls. I'm a Lamalaro. Well, tomato of jaws.
What's making me laugh?
Tomato of plateau.
When people are asking me that, like once they ask me out in my mind, I'm like, where were you?
Where were you?
My dear, where were you?
Where were you?
Because I remember getting into a relationship. I had like a couple of close friends that were guys. I don't get into a relationship. I'm like, I didn't. For what? I didn't wait for what? When we were there, right? Talking all night. You didn't go ahead. I don't say dating.
Oh my God.
There were people that were legit waiting that okay, when immediately someone and I break up. Oh, you're not gonna break up, oh my love. Just go ahead and marry. Nah, but that happens. But forgiveness is a major. But I say this thing a lot. Ephesians 4:32. I remember reading it. I was preparing, 32b, I think. It says, and forgiving one another, even as God through Christ forgive you. That is, and those with pause. I paused and I read it very well. As God through. So God self forgave me through Jesus Christ. Then who am I?
So Abby, and
Why
that's
do I want to
something that
forgive in my power?
that's something that I walked through this weekend, right? And you know, being able to forgive someone else's weakness. Do you get what I mean?
Like a const, like as this person is working on it.
Yeah, of course, it's not an excuse. It's but you have to recognize that it's not a strength, and
Mm-hmm.
they are working through it,
Mm-hmm.
right? So it might take a bit, but once you get a hang of it, of course, you know that
Yeah.
you're not going to have to deal with that anymore. So it was something that I walked through because I was navigating this people that were having like a challenge, and like
Mm-hmm.
they were not there was a
Together.
communication breakdown between these
Okay.
guys, and you could see the other person, and you could see that the person's reaction one of the person's reaction was, how do I put it now, the person was missing a lot of the key points. This maybe putting it mildly, but the person was missing some key points, and
Mm-hmm.
I just realized, I see it's where this person is at,
Mm-hmm.
and I have to acknowledge that,
That, yeah.
right, and know that there's nothing else I'm going to do to prove the truth in the eyes of this person.
Mm-hmm.
The person will probably have to just walk into it by their own personal
Yeah.
experience, right?
Yeah.
So I have to put
Just
a
be
pedal
yourself.
there
Yeah.
and just extend
Respectfully.
grace and
Mm-hmm.
move on,
Mm-hmm.
right? As against wanting
To prove.
to prove.
You know, a lot of people audition for people's acceptance.
I don't want to go there.
No, but really, I did that though a lot as a child. That's why now it makes me laugh that people think I just don't care. My dear, I I didn't just care. I built a land. I built a house, a castle on that avenue. Start telling me.
Yeah.
Not just guys though. Girls,
I also felt like that. I
best
felt like
friends.
I
I wanted
was
someone to
not.
be my best friend, and I will go to this person's house.
No, keep going, keep
I'll go
going.
to this person's house, and
See, I say you are don't
hey, lady, wait, I'll go to her house.
things you cannot pack.
I'll go, wait,
don't open things.
Wait, Joy.
Okay,
I'll
going.
go to
Keep going.
our house. She will be inside. She won't come out, and I will stay in the sitting room, auditioning. Just be my best friend. She will not.
What?
Not once, not twice, not 3 times.
My left chest. My left.
She looked like the goal for me. I did it for men. I used to work for love. I used to work in love. I got so used to it that I remember telling Janet is my best friend, that the reason I honestly thought I was making sense, that the reason I can't date Samuel, because I told Samuel no 4 times, is because he loves me too much. It was Janet. It was like she waited.
Let's see, Chinwo.
Janet waited and she was like, Tito. And Janet is very my brother was speaking with Janet recently. He was like, but you've been there for a long time. Like, it has not changed in your voice.
Oh, too late. Oh, too late.
She told him that no, maybe it's her children at this point because she forget it. She said, Janet, Tito. She was not like, oh, Tito, are you thinking, sorry, wait, that's how she started. Like,
exactly.
Is your sense complete? What are you saying?
Mm-hmm.
I say it's too much. It's choking me. I'm not lying to you. Of which at that time, when I now got to the relationship, I was not like, what did we even know about love? At that time, it was just infatuation. But at that, someone really liked me. And I was very uncomfortable because let me work for your love now. I know how to be. I know what to do when I'm auditioning for someone's love. I know I'm used to that. This love that I give, I don't know what to do with it. It's too much.
And this is also the struggle with people accepting God's love.
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
Yes,
so
sir.
Just
audition a lot. We audition for validation. That's the word I was looking for.
Yeah.
You're there auditioning. You keep doing and doing and doing. And doing.
Yeah.
I've been there. So when
Yeah.
I see people, so for instance, I saw a post on Diary of a Niger Girls page. Was it yesterday or 2 days ago? Was it yesterday? This guy, this lady got married, I think maybe 2 years. In the 2 years, the guy had slept around. And then there was a day he came back from the village and then told her that he slept it. See, I think for me, God forbid, not for me, but when I'm looking at it like a sexual worker, I mean, at that point,
What?
if you slept with a prostitute,
Okay.
it's different. See, if you had a relationship with, I just feel like you slept, you ejaculated with a
Yo.
sexual worker. You're joking. Where do we begin to pick the bricks of this marriage?
They're
It's gone.
human too.
Well, okay, cool.
They're.
No problem.
Hold
They
on,
should go
I
and
can't
sleep
leave
with
it.
their husbands. So that was not even.
Oh my
It
god.
was attacked, confronted him. He did that, but that he's not sorry and all.
Oh, he's
And
not
then he
sorry.
finally now got HIV. Somehow she didn't catch this HIV. She'd been testing for months. Didn't catch HIV. Yet he's still sleeping around in the same marriage. Okay, okay. So she now even confronted him that she now beat her. She now called his mother, who had been fighting her because no child, and confessed to the mother that it's your child that actually has HIV. Oh. The mother said, and the fact that he has HIV does not mean he doesn't have children, or he can't have children, or he can't marry. So if you want to go, go. The husband told her, if you want to go, go. She now ended everything with, Ife, please help me. I don't know what to do. Guess what my comment was? Is the I don't know what to do for me. And I left. So when I said it's about strength, I said, no, it's about wisdom.
Is it? Is it? It is.
It's about
But
wisdom. This
but
is not about strength. Knowledge is knowing what to do.
I
Wisdom
think
is doing
it's.
what you know.
I think it's. I think. Okay. So what do you mean by strength?
HIV.
Tito.
No, my love.
Mm.
You see, the HIV told you what to do.
Hello. Have you visited Logic? Not Logic. Not the Logic.
Okay.
Have you visited Logic? Logic would tell you that I can take prep. That is
They said he's taking prep. They said the guy's
She
taking it.
can take
She's
prep.
also taking it.
That's what I'm saying. That's what love will make you do. That is it. That's why wisdom is not enough. My sister.
He's beating her.
It's just
What can she
it's
take? What
going
prep
through a lot
can
of
she
emotion.
take for
Beating.
yeah.
She knows that she's just gonna leave the house, but she's gonna come back because it's her home. That is why that one they have to ejaculate her from the house. I get me now because I don't know how else to put it. So I think
I'm so gangster.
so. That's you,
If you
right?
as much as slap me.
Alright, oh my leg.
Ah.
but so that's the thing because I've seen
I won't
people in
just
this
leave,
conversation,
baby.
Tito.
Ah,
I've seen people in this. I said conversation in
In
this
this
scenario,
situation.
situation, right?
it's
Like
difficult, babe.
it's not.
We are romanticizing.
They know.
stupidity.
They know. You see, exactly what you said. You know how you understand and you are out. You know, and you don't know. You get me now? Have you been there? Have you experienced that dichotomy? Have you seen that dichotomy?
No, I've actually been in a relationship where a guy was verbally abusive. He almost hit me. He's dead now. He's passed now. He almost hit me and all of that. But it was so bad. Janet and my sister and Fermi, they didn't let me mourn this guy. I was crying. Ah, he died. And I got home. Janet studio, Fermi studio. They were looking at me as I was crying. Are you done? Are you done? I say, sorry that, but please, what's all this rubbish?
Fairby looks like somebody that has that. I can like see the face.
When she's in that
Yeah.
mood, I don't think I tell her. Like, what are you crying for? I don't understand.
Guy, you did okay.
Everybody knew this guy was very abusive.
Yeah.
But so it took a while. But then, what annoyed him a lot more was that when I left. That's why I didn't even look back. I didn't even care. He now gave me Swatch at that time, very expensive Swatch. So he will come more like just coming to trigger me. And I'll be laughing. But I'm not going to give you this watch back. It's my gratuity. The day I said it, he paid him. You are a bloody prostitute. Thank you.
Really?
You are. Eh? What did this guy call me? A witch?
Wow.
A dark hole. What? He referred to me like I'm a dark hole. I just take people's is it destinies and I just lock it. He was literally like, and I was laughing. I said, so your destiny is locked. It's gone, boo. It's gone, and I'm not giving you that destiny back. In case that's the watch, I'm going to wear a watch. I'm going to wear your destiny.
Wow.
No, I've actually I was actually thinking about people I've dated. The monsters.
We should make movies out of these experiences.
I have dated people.
You know?
I've dated Peter, Paul.
Let's make money, Tito.
No, I've not dated Paul. I've dated Peter. I've dated Andrew. I've dated Matthew. I've dated
are you saying this literally? Like you've dated people with these names?
No,
or
no, I'm just saying.
like...
But I married Jesus Christ. I was going somewhere. They said all the disciples.
Okay, except
my dear. No, I've actually dated the worst. There was a guy I dated. He's a pastor. I've dated 2 pastors. The 2 pastors I dated is why I know I don't want to marry a pastor.
Okay.
There was one I dated.
Let's see how you go. Let's see how that goes.
There was one I dated.
Because that one inside.
There's one I dated and
Sokotelo.
Somehow he's one calling a pastor now. It's not me.
Okay, no problem.
So please, I don't want trouble. So I dated this guy and
this is a pastor we're talking about, right? Okay.
First of all, I'm a whale. So I remember lying down beside him in his room and all. And his friend called and goes, he said, I'm beside a well, I'm about to dive in.
Conga. Worry, let die. What any conga? They can't do it well.
Out of my belly.
Out of your belly, wood flow, rivers of living water.
As I heard that, I should be round man because I will not be able to break forth. I ran because you were about to dive in. But I don't know, maybe he thought I would not decode what he was saying. Guy, I'm lying down beside you.
Are you serious?
Wait.
We
were dating, not that.
So, like, was that the first time he like made sexual gestures towards you? Like,
no, we kissed. We made out. That one was normal for me.
But that day,
what did we carry? What did we throw?
How did you run?
I ran. How did I run? How do people run? Hey!
Oh my Jesus! His king.
So for me, I was in my house and I didn't know which way I passed to get to. I ran. I was in UI.
I'm sorry. This is too much for me. No, this is too much. No. Conga. No.
I ran, my love. I was supposed to go back to UI.
So many things are going on in my head. I can't see. Okay.
Wait! I was supposed to go back to UI.
Yeah, okay.
My mom didn't know that I was, because we were both staying in Akobo at the time. So I was in his house in Akobo, but then mom worked in Mokola or something, so she was not going to be around. Or even if she was around, she was not going to see me actually, unless the Holy Spirit. And my mom had that thing. So there's time when she would just catch you. She just not know how she'll pass there. He want to anyway, so there was that part. My day, I ran home to the house I wasn't supposed to report to. I reported there, and I was breathing.
But no one was at home.
My mom was home.
So kilowatts on the
I just came to preach it. It was just like school was just a lot for me. Of course, she said she had a sense. My mom knew, but she was just like, "Oh, you're ready." As long as. So I remember there was a time one of my aunties came around, and my auntie was asking my mom, I don't know how the conversation got there, that are they still virgin? Mom said, "Oh, pastor, these ones are not." You get so there was that part where, like, I knew, then the other another thing he did was he told me not to call him every day. That calling him every day was I was disturbing him and all of that. I should stop
Disturbing him
telling him that I loved him every day.
because you don't want to give up the cookies, right?
But they're cookies, oh.
Where the cookies?
Cookies.
Animal.
Oh,
And animal. We want to eat cookies.
this other guy that was very abusive too. That's what he wanted. That's why he was very. So he had rheumatoid arthritis. It was an autoimmune disorder and all of that. And that was my first time hearing it. That's the bread he wanted to use to call me love. That's sex is actually a good release for the pain in my.
Is me.
How am I a medicine? Explain.
So, guys, we have hunger. Now we have we have tablets. Compressed tablet. Oh, where effervescent? Let me see. Effervescent.
Please.
Slow release. Slow release. Wow. Yeah. Then we have the extended release.
Tell me, I will disown you.
Oh, more extended release. So, about more tablets yet. A release, oh my, extended for a long period of time.
I remember this day. I was actually wearing.
You were extended because he needed.
Sharp. Wearing.
No, wait.
God, I look for trouble.
There is sustained release. So he needed is hello. Man, harass me. Don't harass me.
I'm going to shut you up.
I'm educated.
I'm going to.
I want to educate you.
This is my first.
Mulosi school 5 years.
This day I wore red oleku. I can remember. I had Iro and all of that.
Oh, my leku now is gone.
I remember.
Are you guys in it now?
Easter. It was Easter the Saturday, Good Friday.
Easter. They say your own king died.
Sure.
That's why you wore it.
He died on Friday.
He died on Friday. That's why you wore it.
He died on Friday. Okay. As I got there, I remember tying my Iro because Thomas your man jacking me. How did we get?
Very nice. Okay, finish. Let me.
If he's going to Yama Jemio. As God we are.
Okay.
I was shorts.
Under the Niku.
I left it. I left the Euro. I left my wrapper. I was gone. I don't know. Maybe that's why vaginismus had happened because the way I used to run from it.
Perhaps that was it though.
Probably I ran.
Wow.
Shefumi. It was Victor's former house. So I remember the day Victor and I didn't know Victor at that time. This was 2013.
Okay.
So I didn't know Victor. So the first day I went to Victor's house and I saw that this is PTSD. Oh God. Victor doesn't know this. I remember looking at this area. I'm like, hey, it was already dead. I was looking at the area like, if he comes out, the way I ran. I left my wrapper there.
O2.
I didn't even zero. 45 kg. How much do I want to tie this up? It was just once. My guy, sometimes my leg is paining. I tried to. It was younger. I left that place with Buba and shorts. And that time, I don't know who sent me. I had Anita Baker. Just imagine that look, please. I got home until I didn't come. I was like, where are you? I said, Papi, let's leave it. He brought the wrapper, sir. Brought it back.
Wow.
He did. He sent me some money that day, like a lot of money, sir. Rest in peace.
Oh my God.
I remember hearing that he died. I was so, my mind, I'm like, after this guy was sleeping me and died.
Okay, this is too much. This is TMI. This is too much information.
What TMI? See, let me tell you, when you are seeing signs, I was already worded though. Let me let you guys know. When you are seeing, don't stay there. He run it by says sorrow. He locked the door. So that's why it was, to me, it was either because I knew his leg was paining him. So, so standing up, I knew it could. Someone just said I should tie my wrapper, but it didn't work. I just knew that before his hands up, I would have opened that door. So the time to pick my wrapper back was a waste of time. Bible says flee. I fled.
Wow.
I fled. I was 21. I don't think my mother knows the story. I was like, I don't think anybody knew. It was too embarrassing for me. Like, what did we carry? What did you throw?
What didn't you carry? What didn't you throw?
I didn't have any of these assets. I was very slim.
But that's a spec. Oh, great.
Hey. And he used to limp. How am I remembering this guy today? He used to limp. This I used to work because of leg pain.
Yeah.
This guy died before and came to.
Like
he was proclaimed dead. And I used to tell him that there's a reason now that God saved your life. No. There was a day he was even telling me that one of his friends, that he was in so much pain that the doctor advised him to have sex. It was a lie. So he was speaking to one of his friends. He was trying to guilt trip me. Like, and his friend was like, what do you need? He told her, and she came to the hospital. They had sex and he felt better. That they could do it. Why? It's a lie.
Of course.
My dear, don't fall for such lies. She for me has not that kind of experience, but that's what I'm telling you, don't fall for such lies. Flee. Every appearance. I don't know why his name is here. I will not mention his name.
Okay. We're not gonna do that. I just wanted to say
what did we talk about in this episode?
Forgiveness.
How?
You ended here. You brought up. You carry me where I don't know. Yeah, but
well,
I think with this, I'm not gonna do this. Well, I think honestly, just like you, I think we see the signs, and I think that's the biggest part of accountability. To hold it, that's the biggest part of accountability, because was there anybody in your space that you could maybe in hindsight could have alerted that I'm sleeping, hold me?
The thing is, I wasn't actually sleeping. I was okay. So I never felt I didn't feel
Girl,
the urge.
You were in the well.
I wasn't
you don't
in the
sleep
well.
Because how did you think of dating that in the middle?
It was okay.
It was.
So let me tell you, this one that was very abusive. I dated this pastor who the breakup was very ugly. I found out that we were not dating when he proposed to somebody else.
Wow.
Yeah, his mother is a very popular pastor in Nigeria. I mean, yeah, I prepared sermons. Love me, man. Anointing. And then he just said, I didn't cry when he broke up with me.
It was when it was a proposal.
I groaned. This is where my star actually. It's just that when you think about it, like when we think about the good time, my star ran into my room. She held me. Tito, I said, this guy, I was groaning.
Yeah?
He didn't just engage anybody. He engaged my first cousin. I'm remembering my
BACO.
My dear, so that was how this guy came in. So it was almost like So I remember saying to him, I don't have love, but I will love you from my broken heart.
What is that? What was that? No, Bambo. You're gonna be my friend then.
How? What did you know? What did you know then?
Okay. No
what did you know?
After this recording, I will tell you something.
What did you know?
No problem. What is that? I will learn it from my broken heart.
You couldn't have known now. This guy was a fantastic guy. Say, he was. You could not have known.
Okay.
You could not.
Okay. Okay, no problem. No problem.
He gave me this fossil chain. Very expensive. I knew it was very expensive because he kept saying it. It was actually very expensive.
You know we're guys, right? And okay.
And I was just like, you know what? Love that I don't have to work for.
Okay, so
abusive people are actually very faithful. Most of them. Unless they want to abuse you emotionally.
I do agree.
They are very
because
faithful.
You are the
prey.
Focus on the prey.
Yeah.
You are the project that works.
Very
and
faithful.
We have to.
And he sent me. I was balling.
Mm-hmm.
I had money. My dear, I was a baller in UI. I had a lot of money. I had a lot of money then. But man, he was buying his mouth was lethal. Very toxic.
More toxic than that guy on Therapy Section. What was that guy?
That one is just abuse. That one is just abuse. You can just dust that off now. When somebody is you begin to question. I remember my friend Oinda. I call her my sister. She's in the UK. She actually cleared him. Janet cleared him. Janet is campus now.
Janet cleared him?
For Janet to say, who do you think you are? Janet cleared him. Janet cleared him. Janet cleared him. People cleared him. Like everybody could see that this is not Tito anymore. I was auditioning. But the time I came into myself.
Because that's what I was saying. Like having that
2017 I came into my own. Then I dated someone that was in a relationship.
Wait, did you know that he was dating someone?
Yes,
and you dated him?
Yes.
You dated them?
I was in Benin, so we're serving. Not only we were married. We stayed in the same house. We did, yes. I wrote, in Canada now, I wrote a letter for his girlfriend. There were some things he was supposed to do. I did it for free. What? He proposed now. More than once, will you marry me? Will you marry me? Start calling me Mrs. A. Start calling Janet his in-law. He was God. He didn't break it though. He wasn't actually ready to break it. In all fairness to him, he was not going to break up that relationship. It was good. It was a tearing. I feel like I still had to deal with the ties we had, even after I got married. We were that tight. We were so, the devil is a bastard. We were so close. As per, we were finishing each other's, not words, sentences. Now I look at the guy, I'm like, but me to you. Kai. Tito. That was 2015. 2016. It just started working. Into 2017. The first class was Forgive Your Mom. I cannot forget. I cried. As in, I crawled up on my bed in Shule and I was groaning. Apparently, that was where everything was coming from.
That was the beginning, yeah. Validation,
Forgive
approval.
your mom.
So I realized that validation
it's a drug.
It's a drug, but I don't know if we were designed to not
have
be validated.
It. Yeah. I don't. So okay, well, this is going to be our longest one because once this finishes, I'll start another one. So it's not that. So when somebody's born empty, born feeling love, because it's coming from heaven where love is in abundance. so for me, let me speak to me. Born, I be conceived. At the time, my mom said it, that she didn't plan. And my mom was like, the shame is gone.
Yeah.
A baby feels the vibe. She's in your womb.
Yeah.
She can feel the vibe that you don't want me. When that baby comes out, the baby's coming out yearning. yearning for love. I want this thing to end, and then we
Right.
shall move it. Okay, all right, let's
Yearning.
go. Hi. So I was born like that, right? So that had a major. It was already a seed. So you know the story of the wheat and the tares, that a man planted wheat seeds, and then while he slept, enemy came and they sowed.
So tell
But
me.
pay attention when the farmhand said, "So should we remove the wheat?" He said, "No, let them go together. So we'll be when he's grown, when they're mature, we'll be able to differentiate."
Shape between.
A lot of people think it's sin. It's not sin in that sense every time. Sometimes it's mindset, it's
Hmm.
strongholds.
Exactly.
So number one stronghold, my mom does not love me. There's nothing. She changed her mind even before I was born. But that thing already sank that you are not loved. So I came out yearning for my mother's love. One, two, sexual abuse. Six. I was 6. He didn't abuse me. He raped me. There was penetration. I was 6. 6. I remember very well. I remember that night. 6. I'm 31 this year. That's how many years? 25 years after. I remember clearly. Right there. And then what other seed was is that okay? Um my parents split. I was 8. Then 13, I was sexually abused again. But that one is not instead 13 and 15. That was the last time I was sexual because I literally enjoyed the guy. So 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 seeds, right? Another seed, let's look at the other side. When I was they said I didn't open my eyes. My mom prayed in tongues over me for like 2 hours. That's a major seed. So God is saying, grow together. Everything grow together. Of course, the tears were the ones that are more prominent. You know that weeds are very proud.
Yeah.
So
And very
sexual
arrogant.
libido,
Very.
seeking for
Yeah.
love everywhere, auditioning for people's acceptance, doing everything. So I was doing all of that. That's a seed. So the enemy makes investments. He perverts. He can't create anything.
Yeah.
So he perverts, right? So he has seen that Tito is going to be an arrow in God's and towards relationships, sex. Let me first make her question herself.
Yeah.
Let her parents split. Those are it's not really for that is happening. Let her mom be so busy. So I would even dare say it started from because my mom too went through her own.
Yeah.
So mom was already going through, and there was no mental health anything at that time, and I was born. But it wasn't for my mom. It would look like
Mm-hmm.
it wasn't even for me. It's for the goal that God has for this family, this lineage. Do you understand?
Mm-hmm.
So, but God is saying, who can I trust in this lineage? This happened, and this has happened to this generation. And I'm like, okay, use me. So he's like, okay, so let's start from forgiving your mom. You say what?
Hmm.
That time when he said, for your mama, my mom and I got to the worst fight we've had. For what? For are you talking to me? So sometimes, not even sometimes, forgiveness is not for the other person, and it's not for you. It's for God. Because sometimes people say it's for you. It's for you. Sometimes it's not for you because it's hard. You can't even see how it's for you first.
You can't even say it's for you because for most
There's
parts
something.
you are losing something.
Yes.
There is a
Yes.
loss.
Now,
You'll feel it.
so it's for the purpose. Now, the side
Yes.
effect of aligning with God is that you get to see that you are free. You see that person, there's no ill feeling,
yeah.
and all of that.
There's that initial death of your flesh and self.
Yes, which is good actually.
Which is
for purpose, it's good.
Yeah.
So
for God's
it's for the purpose. Yeah. So it's for the purpose, right? Now, my mom is one of my biggest fans, and I needed it. I don't know how much I need. I needed it a lot. So you need to understand that it's sometimes there are a lot of us that we need to sit down. Just think about the way you ask and pinpoint the seeds. It will shock you once you can identify. You'll be able to remove the tears. you can uproot it. The Holy Spirit can uproot it. If you ask the Holy Spirit to perform a therapy session in me, it will shock you. The amount of baggage that you have thought as normalized. So I could be looking at it like, I'm just dating. It's the dating that is the problem. It's not the dating that was the problem.
Is what's driving
God
it.
bless you.
Exactly. So I mean, to probably like share the same thing in a different light. Of course, essentially your validation has to come from, those goods. The goods you mentioned, it's the source
Mhm.
from God and from the channels He's sent to point to you.
Mhm.
But again, when the tears, they are seeds of comparison. I mean, that was an experience for me.
Mhm.
Um, I've not been good enough. I
Okay.
mean, my parents split too, so I mean, I share that.
Mhm.
Yearning to be validated. Just. But of course, a lot of things and a lot more things that were sown, right? But the moment God started dealing with me,
Why this, man?
hmm, it just took me out. I was isolated for a while
Yeah. Sorry.
where nobody saw me.
Mhm.
Nobody saw me. So it was so bad that even when God wanted to bring me back, if anybody should see me, I will run. I will literally run because I don't want. I don't want. I don't know what you are bringing. I
So
don't need it.
wait. Explain how
Okay.
you and Tutu started. Because to me, it feels like you kind of grow even in the relationship.
Oh yeah, that was the whole point.
So I know, but it's like God did all the work during, no during, no during the relationship.
So because
Tutu, first of all, I love you because I mean you could have just left him because it was a
you are
handful.
a crazy human being for saying what you said. I'm going. I'm going. What you trying to say? What you trying to say? I mean, I think I told myself that I will not. Of course, I told my Holy Spirit that I wasn't going to go if you didn't tell me to go into a relationship. Like that was clear, right?
You were how old?
20,
21. 20.
21,
Okay.
21, I think 21. This is just right after uni. Like
Okay.
I finished, like everything, and that was when I started. Okay, let's lower our guards now and just relate with people and all. So that I think that was like the window. But I told the husband that I don't want to go into this if, like, I don't want to go into this
If you don't
if you don't
approve
want it, if you don't approve it, because clearly I
who
can
I
still be
am.
single, but I know I wanted something, but I knew that if I go without I will damage myself, because of my wiring then. So it was
Sometimes I'm
always
always
been
grateful that you didn't suffer heartbreak.
I've always been a giver,
Mm-hmm.
right? I've always been a giver. So
Mm-hmm.
it's easy for me to serve and sacrifice,
Mm-hmm.
which is something I think probably a valuable thing, but there
Could
is
be.
also could be, right? But
Yeah. It was
there's
a
also the
tool.
picture that there's a dying going on
Mm-hmm.
in me
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
because I'm just giving,
Giving, yeah.
and if it's not somebody that recognizes that I need to be
Poured
poured
into.
into,
Mm-hmm.
it's always so.
Yeah.
That was what I was also afraid of, right? So it's interesting because my validation had to come from God first. I had to
Yeah.
be okay just being me,
You.
and every other thing,
But
adds up.
I also tell people, one of the things I tell a lot of people that I speak with, because by God's grace, maybe because of the way my brand is, a lot of people married, relationships just kind of confide in me. One of the things I realize is a lot of people don't know how to be alone. So you can say it, but being single is a very fundamental part of being happily married.
Yeah,
So
being able to acknowledge your
individuality and be
individualism
allowed,
and
because
individuality,
I
right?
look at
Yeah.
when I come back from like a busy day or something, I stay in the car. Sometimes I'm in the car for 2 hours, sometimes 1 hour, sometimes 30 minutes. I'm in the car, I'm just recalibrating, and it was just a conversation with someone and I. It wasn't. There was no fight. Why did it? Just on my mind. Since then, like there's a way Samuel is very comfortable being alone. We know we're in each other's space, but at the same time, we allow each other be. It's very. It is integral in how smooth our relationship runs.
So I mean, I'm very afraid when you see people. I'm usually very afraid when you see people mirror that marriage completes you, fixes you.
It doesn't. In fact, it exposes you. It exposes you so much, right? It exposes you to you so much. You can't even believe it.
Yeah.
Like you see yourself and you are shocked. I remember, number one, I'm not a jealous person. Like, do anything. It's just a snap of, I just adjust to where we are. I've never been a jealous person. I've never really cared what other people think and all that. And I saw myself in marriage. Like the first day I felt the feeling, I said, no, I'm not jealous. Hey, what's going on?
Yeah.
I'm not a jealous person. I'm not the kind of person that misses people. I'm not the kind of person that misses people a lot. I don't miss people. Like you can go anywhere in the world as long as there's phone, there's video call. I can call you. We can talk. And sometimes I don't even have to call you, Seth. I like if you can't be called and all that. I'll just adjust. My husband is just gone for especially when we now vaginismus has gone now. Like I saw this guy this morning. He's going to work. He will come back home. What's going on? Do you know?
That's what's going on.
My love.
Mhm.
No, but marriage it shows you unless you don't
Yeah.
because the problem now is a lot of people do arrangements. They don't do marriage, so they already have a plan. If you are going to be naked, as per nude, and not ashamed, there is no part of hiding. So this is how this marriage can facilitate my singleness in order to help this marriage thrive. I'm the kind of person that I need to detach. My social battery runs really flat, really fast. So I
It
need
does?
to.
Okay, that's true.
Oh,
That's
okay.
true. We're similar, so it makes sense. Yeah.
I need to charge
Yeah.
back up. And my husband doesn't mind. I'm just imagining. I married all those people that are husband. Those people that used to carry husband. I'm your husband. We can't last. We can't last. We can't last.
And that's why God gives you
what you need.
what you need.
If
Not
you
what you
if you
fancy.
orchestrate your marriage. You know, so that's why a lot of people ask
If
me.
you twist,
They are man-made marriages.
if you think you're twisting,
they are man-made
what happens is that
marriages.
you are,
and
God has
then his
removed his
grace
hand.
will not be sufficient. No,
He has removed
he
his hand.
won't remove his hand.
No,
His
I'm not
grace
saying
is
like
not the hand of grace.
it's your aunt that is twisting.
But the hand of grace is
Okay,
there
it's
for
there, of
you.
course, definitely.
When you now begin to,
Yeah.
because I showed people. Emma still called me today, my friend, and it was like, "Wait, was that you and was that Samuel?" Like Sam, like he looked at. How did you say yes? Like he could, like it's a lot. So it's a lot. I said a lot of people are shocked too. Even I cannot see myself in that same situation without the Holy Spirit saying yes, Sam. Then now it's sweet. Now you can you will say yes to him now. Hey, dapper boy, he's looking us. He's a hunk. You understand? But that time he don't want to kill Uncle.
Urunk.
You know, but seriously,
you are talking to
Hello. Well, that's your business.
Hello, breathing. Stop it.
No, but really, now I see why. That almost every day I realize why God just said, "Just walk with me." You understand? Just walk with me because people even had vision. That is a pastor. He's a pastor in Lekki. He's single. He's 40 something. He's about to marry. You know me to but yes, let's go now. How would I have done it? The things I'm doing on social media now, don't you think that they will call pastoral amazing?
Elders.
The deaconry on my head. You know, so
so yeah.
Guys, I think we have had an entire
It's
conversation.
a lot.
Shefumi is going to take us out. I'm done. Tolu Asamola reporting for
Um,
duty.
you have Kuku reported. Okay.
Call me well
So
one more time.
I
See if I
mean,
will not throw you
I'm not
sorry
gonna
well.
do that. I'm not gonna do that because that's not you. You know, it's just shocking that you. Okay. Key lessons: forgiveness. Um. Let God heal you.
Yeah, therapy. God, the Holy Spirit is the best therapist.
Yeah, let him work his, and it's usually painful, but so beautiful.
Yeah.
Who you become.
Nah, it's painful. Shefumi, it did pain.
I know
Shefumi, the pain.
it depends, but it's always worth it.
Yeah.
It's always worth it.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, guys. Thank you.
Thank you so much for listening today. See you in the next one.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye bye.